Hello and welcome to Big Trip Energy Travel channel. My name is Kenya. You can call me Key. And this channel is all about the pleasure of travel, the business of travel, all things travel. I am your host, Kenya Mays. Again, Keisha Reed, depending on how you see me. And I am a certified travel agent. I do work under a host agency, but I like to say I'm a travel professional because I'm not just an agent. I also have an Etsy store that has travel accessories, as well as two travel planners that are on Amazon that you're always free to pick up. So that's why I say I do all things travel. And I'm just a travel addict. So yes, this video is going to be about my first year as a travel agent. So just to give you some background, I owned a boutique, and because I travel at the time, I was traveling about 5 trips a year. I had quite a few travel agents, talk to me. Finally, someone talked what I needed to hear, which was money, because I didn't see the sense of becoming a travel agent. I always work a 9 to 5. I had a boutique. There was a lot on my plate already. Being a travel agent wasn't necessarily in my plans, but I wasn't going to stop traveling. Once she gave me all the pros, the cons, how it affected me, and how it would just make my life easier, financially beneficial. Of course, I became an agent. In the process, though, I ended up having to close my boutique. I shouldn't say having to. When I decided I was going to become an agent, I made the conscious decision that I could not work a 9 to 5, successfully run a boutique, and actually put my energy towards becoming an agent. And like I said, I'm not going to stop traveling. So it made more sense to be a travel agent than a boutique owner. Um, we might go into that in another video. But now here we are, fast forward a year. My boutique is gone, and I have been a travel agent for a year. And I'm having to reflect on, because you have those milestones. I feel like at a certain point in time, you should decide whether it's beneficial, whether you made the right choice. I'm under a host agency. Was that the right choice? I'm sure I'm not the only person that looks back after a year and say, okay, where are we at? Where do we need to go? So we're going to walk through this together. First, let's talk the things that I wish, and I shouldn't say I wish. Let's just say the things that no one actually told me before becoming a travel agent. So there are a few things, and if you see me looking down, I am looking at my notes because I'm an old lady. Don't let this baby face fool you. I got a grown child. And I just want to make sure that I'm, hitting all the spaces we need to talk about. So the first thing is, no one told me that there are dozens of vendors that you will use to look for, to plan a travel, a vacation, to create the perfect luxury, even just the basic, travel, vacation, trip, whatever you want to call it. But no one told me that. Planning my own trips, there were, maybe 1 or 2 sites I always used, and those were my go-to. So boom, I just, put it in, whatever they put me, push back, whatever looked better. That's what I did. That is not how it works as a travel agent. Like I said, we have dozens of vendors. No one told me that every single vendor's site was going to be completely different. Their guidelines, their regulations. Everybody wants, when people are using a travel agent, they of course want to make payments most of the time. The time frames for the payments, how they do everything is different. Nobody warned me about that. Also, people inherently just think most of us travel agents these days are scammers. When they hear that you're a travel agent, first thing they're going to say is, I don't want to be a travel agent. I'm trying to book your trip. I don't want you to be a travel agent either if you don't want to be. But they think we're all scammers. Everybody feels like they can go online and just come up with the same thing you're doing. They don't understand how many different promotions are sent to us that they're not going to get outside of here. They think that if they come to you, they're supposed to get the cheapest deal ever. Doesn't matter what type of hotel they're in. They just feel like the purpose of a travel agent is to give them the cheapest if you're not scamming me. If you don't give me the cheapest, you're scamming me. Also, I didn't realize that more people will come to me shopping than actually looking to book. And what I mean by that is a lot of people go to a travel agent and they just want to see what they can get. You know, they may have already looked online or maybe looked here, and they just want to know what you're going to come back with to kind of see if it's comparable or if you really know how to do your job. And I didn't realize that. So when I first started, I had all of these people come to me, and I'm doing all of this work and putting in all of these hours, and I would send people, you know, their proposals, and they weren't ready to book. They had no intentions of booking. They're like, you know, in a couple of months I might put it down. Now I've done all that work with no return on no ROI. Also, there's several steps in becoming a travel and actually sending that proposal out. So there's a few things you need to do even to get before you book. Then there's going to be some, you know, you're going to have to put that proposal together. You're going to have to figure out how you're going to send it to them, all of that. So you have to be organized. That's something I didn't realize. And also travel, because, you know, when they bring you in, everybody says travel is a $8 billion industry and da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Nobody tells you within that first 6 months to a year, you may not see 1,000. Now you may. Some people come out the gate and they're booking groups and, you know, they're seeing their first 3-figure checks or 6-figure checks within 6 to 12 months. Not everybody though. So going through all those things that nobody told me, now the question is, do I think I made the right choice giving up my boutique to become a travel agent? Absolutely. And the reason I say that is because for me, even though nobody told me a lot of this, I have owned my own business that I started from the ground up. So I understood that even though I joined a host agency, I'm running this independently. This is my baby. I don't mind putting those hours in, learning the different web pages and writing down and going through the testing and getting certified here and there. I'm happy it's free because as a boutique owner, I paid for all of that. Anything that I learned, any class that I took, any training I had came out of my pocket. For the most part, you know, I pay this fee to the host agency and I get all of this training for free. So that to me is not only a lifesaver, but it's a pocket saver. It's a money saver for me because I understand that I may pay the host agency, you know, $50, $60, but I was paying $50, $60 just for a website to be a boutique owner. That's not including all the other things that went into it. So to me, that's a drop in the bucket. And under the host agency, they already created my website for me. I didn't have to do it. I used to spend weeks, literally, trying to update my website, getting all the merchandise right, do the pricing, da-da-da-da-da. It was a lot. And not to mention, I had to go to trainings to learn that, whether that was YouTube trainings, paid trainings. I did both. I did everything because it was just me. As far as the shopping. So when I first started, yes, I got a lot of shoppers. I still do. But what you learn is how to vet people. And when I say vet people, I mean ask questions. So now I ask people up front, when are you planning to go? How are you planning to pay? Are you deposit ready? And I let people know, when I send you something, it's only good for 24 months. I also charge a research fee because time is money. So I'm doing you a favor because I'm finding you these promotions. I'm going to these dozens of sites to see who has the best resort, the best cruise, who has what you need within this time frame with the best promotion. And why I say promotion is I might not give you the cheapest, and I'm probably not going to give you the cheapest deal because we all know you can find a crack hotel for super cheap. I shouldn't say that, but you could find a very inexpensive hotel that may not be up to the caliber that I would put my name to for extremely cheap. So I'm not probably going to give you the cheapest thing you find off of one of these sites. What I will do though is find the nicest hotel for the price that you're looking for and see if they have extra perks. I had one client that went to, I think it was Aruba. She got $1,500 worth of resort resort credits. She could go to the casino. She could go to the store. She could go around and she could use it. So that saved her on top of, because when you go on vacation, even if it's an all-inclusive, you're going to spend money somewhere. So that saved her from spending money. And I'm going to travel anyway. So it does help because I am certified. I do book travel. I have, even though it's only been a year, I already have repeat clients. So I am able to get benefits from being a travel agent. Now, I tell everybody there are benefits, but you do want to work to get those benefits. I have put the work in, the marketing. I understood coming in because now I had a window to the business because I had my own business. So I already knew the work that I was going to put in. And I think for a lot of people, they don't realize how much work has to go into it when you become an agent. And it's work you have to do on your own. You have to decide to spend the time, take that time out. You have to decide to be organized. You have to figure out your organizational process because that's different from everybody. I'm probably completely different from some of my teammates because of how I organize. My coworkers call it organized chaos. So I have one teammate who has spreadsheets and she's great with the Google Docs. Honey, that is not me. I go to her for that. Like I said, you have to figure that out for you, but you have to put the commitment in. I think a lot of people come in and they see, travel. A lot of us do travel a lot. A lot of us do do okay. And they assume coming in the door, everybody's going to be rushing to them. That's not it. You have to network. That's one thing I had to learn in this business for sure, is to network, get out and talk to people because nobody knows you and they don't know you for being a travel agent. They want to understand when you speak to people, once you started doing that training, especially, you speak with confidence. So now people do come to you and they want, you to be their agent. They want to see, and you still have the shoppers. Nothing wrong with shoppers because shoppers today could be buyers tomorrow. Don't ever think I'm saying that you don't want shoppers. You just want to understand that your time is your money. I tell all agents, make sure you charge a research fee. That's the biggest thing nobody taught me coming in the door. I'm going to tell all of you now. Research fee, research fee, research fee, because it's going to save you a lot of headache. But I don't want to talk your head off. I absolutely love what I do. Like, share, subscribe, love on me, because I'm coming to you next week with a little more about being a travel agent, some of my processes as far as what I do, what sites I used, because I've used a few. So what sites I like to use and how I feel about being under a host agency. I think that'll be my next one because I have had my own business. So I think I'll talk to you next about what it's like being under a host agency and what to expect with that. Because this was just what to expect with being an agent. But being under an agency also comes with a few things that, again, I don't think we think about. So until next week, love you. Talk to you later. Bye.